Hello and welcome to Settlement Survival. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description, and this video is kindly sponsored by Gleamer Studio. Now, this is a procedurally generated, or should we say randomly generated, city builder that is inspired by Banished, and this has terraforming as well. You can create rivers and so on, and you can also, as you can see in the background behind me here, the main menu obviously has a nice little background of a particular city in wintertime. And you can build bridges, you can build tunnels through mountains, you can build trade ports, and a variety of other things. And we're going to see what it's all about. There's also modding support as well. If you'd like to also visit the link in the description, there is a demo available of the game too. So if you want to check it out for yourself, then you can of course do that. And well, there's also tutorials, modding support, etc. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to go for Workshop, but I assume maybe they'll go for Steam Workshop support. That would be really fun. Anyway, there are a number of different game modes available. Not at the moment, of course, because this is a preview build, so to speak, or the demo version, if you'd like to call it that instead. Anyway, you can unlock sandbox mode by unlocking all technologies in standard mode. So obviously that's a pretty big deal. And then you have the Easter Island what is it now? Environmental crisis, I guess you could kind of call it, like a sort of a very specific scenario to play through. Then you have a nighttime coming soon, as you can see right there. Twilight Town coming soon. Then you have Vikings, the Vikings. That's going to be pretty fun, right? Anyway, we're going to play on standard mode here. You can customize this however you like. You can basically start anywhere on the world you like as well. As you can see right here, it literally changes where you start. And I have no idea where to start, to be honest. I really don't know what is best here, so I'm just going to start here, I guess, kind of in the north of South America, I guess you could kind of call it. And this is the map seed as well. I don't know whether you can enter that. Yes, you can enter this individually. So if you like to play on the same map seed as me, then you can of course just pause the video, take that down, and then enter it into your own game if you want to do that. Anyway, there are disasters, so there's things like hurricanes and various other disasters that you're going to have to deal with. And then you have special things as well. So these are special buildings that are pretty much things like Rubik's Cube, and the Goof Off Hero building will now appear in the blueprint building interface when enabled. Now, I don't know exactly what this means at the moment, so I'm not going to be enabling this right now. But personally, I think that's really cool to have an option to do that. And then you have the various difficulties here as well. You have easy, normal, extreme. You actually have an extreme difficulty? Okay, that's crazy. Anyway, we're going to play on easy just purely for the fact that all it does is it determines the number of citizens and the amount of available resources. And because I want to show you this, and I want to try and expand my town to the best of its ability, I'm going to be playing on that, just so I can show you as much of the game as possible. Now, I have absolutely fallen in love with how this game looks as well. And so, here you go. Look at this. We get to select wherever we want to start. Obviously, the boundary here is determined by whether you selected small, medium, or large map size. Personally, I don't really think that matters too much, because I think that the map is pretty massive even on medium. And I'm not entirely sure where to start, to be honest. I'm thinking to myself we'll probably start over here, because I feel like we've got, I feel like we have some decent spots around here. I feel like we have a lot of rocks, a lot of stone, a lot of iron ore. We've got some mountains nearby. We have a lot of trees, and we have a water supply as well in the form of that river. But of course, you can build a well anyway, so that's not really that big a deal. So I'm just going to select here. Survivors have chosen a place to settle. Now, we do have a variety of tasks that we can complete if we want to. Now, you can see up here that's going to reward me with 400 coins. Now, that is kind of useful, I suppose. But for me, specifically right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop agriculture as much as I possibly can. And I'm going to try and get these things down here. I'm going to try and get fishing, because I personally really like fishing. And we're going to go for some compost as well. I like developing agriculture a great deal. I think that's really fun to do. So that's why I'm doing that. Anyway, we should probably build some houses, right? Oh yeah. You can also rotate houses by pressing R if you want to do that. And we're going to be placing our houses around about here. I'm going to make sure that there's at least a 1 tile gap in between each one, because you can build roads in this game as well. And I would like to make sure that, well, I guess you could kind of call them roads, but they're more like paths for your citizens to move along, and they're going to move quicker when they are walking on the roads themselves. So that is something to bear in mind. Anyway, here you go. We can actually place a standard field down here as well. So I'm going to be placing a standard field round about here, I guess. And we are going to do that too. Alright, so you can also increase the speed of the game by a pretty significant amount. You have 1 times speed, which is what we're currently at. You have 2 times, 5 times, and 10 times speed. Very much enjoying that. I like that a lot. I always like when games like this allow you to not waste as much time. And we have a variety of different seeds here, as you can see right here. We have winter squash seeds, we have tomato seeds, and we have pumpkin seeds. Fast maturing but low yield, fast maturing but low yield. Okay, so it basically does not matter whichever one we want to go for. I suppose we'll go for tomato. That seems pretty good to me. And there you go. Oh yes, so this menu on the right here, you can basically decide to disable any construction you want. So if you want to disable a particular structure, then you can do that by just clicking on this little icon here next to the name of the structure itself. You can also acquire building upgrades as well, as you can see right here. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to do that at the moment, but you can have various building upgrades. And you can also decide how many people are actually working on this particular structure as well. So there's a wide variety of different customization that you're going to be able to do too. And apart from the standard field that I've already outlaid there, what you can also do is you can get a variety of other things. So for example, you can get gatherers, you can get hunting cabins, logging camps, wells, and so on. I'm actually going to be building a well right here, mainly because that is going to be very useful for fighting off various fires, and people might need water, and so on and so forth. And you can see here, citizens may be thirsty if lacking water. Also, the well is important for extinguishing fires, so remember to place them in multiple different areas. As the city expands, that's going to be much more important, because at the moment, obviously, I have a very small little town, so it's not really going to make that big of a difference. Alright, reed farmers plant reeds inside the structure and provide materials for the production of paper and ropes. See, now, here's the thing. Generally, I did not need to go all the way down here. I could have selected a wide variety of different things, but personally, I actually really like the fact that we got fishing unlocked almost immediately, because this gives us a fishing port where we can use fishing nets to acquire large amounts of fish products. And in my opinion, that could be extremely useful if we come across a potential trade partner that requires a huge amount of fish or fish oil or whatever the case may be, whatever we can make out of that. And that's exactly why I decided to do that. So we have a fishing port right here, and as you can see, you can basically build it wherever. So I'm going to build it, where do I want to build it? Probably here, right? I can't place it there. I can place it here. Oh yeah. What we can also do is if you press 0 on the keyboard, or you select this little icon here, then you can also do this. You can collect all resources in the selected area. So if you want to, you can just do this, boom. And now everything in that area is going to be selected for gathering, and then your citizens are going to go out and they're going to do something to try and acquire as much of that stuff as possible, which is really nice. Or you can do it the way that you know other games do it as well. I mean, they also have these kinds of options too, but it's really nice to have that option in general. And I'm actually going to cancel most of that, because what I'd like to do is do a little bit of a smaller area. It's a bit too much, in my opinion, to have them collecting all of that. I think it's a bit overkill. And yeah, but then we're going to see what we can do here. We need steel for the fishing port. Okay, that's absolutely pointless. We might as well pause on this for the moment, because steel is going to be extremely difficult for us to get. As you can see, it is made by smelting iron ore, and a furnace burden at the smelter can be used to make construction kits at the forge, or steel tools at the advanced blacksmith. You know what? I'm actually just going to cancel the fishing port at the moment. I thought to myself, oh, maybe we could get the fishing port really early on. No, Probably not the best idea, is it? Okay, let's just try and get as many plants as possible as well. And we should probably also build a gathering station. So a gathering station will collect various wild plants and things in the area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it round about there. The little circle radius around it indicates where it's going to collect from. So it's probably a good idea not to place logging camps or anything like that nearby to it, because then it's going to, of course, you know, take from that particular production building, which is obviously not great. Anyway, logging camp, we're going to place one around about here, I suppose, or maybe here. I think okay. I think it's all right over here. So we're going to do that. And then we also have sawmills, and they can produce domestic fuel, which is used to heat homes. This is very, very important for winter, of course. So I'm going to be placing that right next to the logging camp, or somewhat similarly over here. There we go. And then what else do we have? Tailor's workshop. Okay, so this can be used to create clothing, which of course is once again very good for winter. And there's the blacksmith, which can create tools. And then we also have the ability to ferment potatoes or agave tequila into spirits, which increases the happiness of your town. Obviously, as you can see right at the top of the screen there, you can see the health of my town as well as the happiness level. And otherwise, you also have open warehouse. So this is the open warehouse right here at the moment. I personally don't really like the size of it, so usually what I like to do is increase the size of it as much as I can. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to harvest some trees in this area as well. I would like to get rid of these trees if at all possible, because they're kind of in the way, sort of. I'd like to just move them a little bit over. And there's a mountain here as well, so if we want to, we can build a tunnel right through here, which is probably going to be kind of useful. Anyway, we've built 5 houses now. Technically, I only had to build 1, but there we go. We've built one of those. We need to build 2 standard fields. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so let's build another standard field then. Let's build one there. There we are. Fantastic. And yeah, we've got people doing the water fetching and so on and so forth. And you can also take a look on the variety of things here. So for example, you can take a look at the map and you can see exactly what kind of things are happening here as well, which is really nice to see. And you can also see what events are coming up on the top right of the screen. So you could see the various seasons along the way here as well. So there is a merchant ship that is currently on its way, and it is ready for trade upon arrival at the port. So that's going to be pretty important for us too, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be important, maybe it's not. It really depends. And I'm going to just speed things up a little bit so we can get our people doing the things that they need to do, so to speak. All right, let's see what else do we want to get. Tailor's workshop could probably be quite useful. Marketplace, we already have a marketplace. A repair shop. Oh yes, a church is actually very important. Mainly because what it's going to do is it's going to give your citizens a little bit of reassurance, shall we say. As you can see, the church basically provides spiritual sustenance for the citizens and increases happiness. So it's up to you whether you want to go for that, of course. There are a lot of different things and different ways to play this game, and I'd highly recommend trying out your own strategies and things like that. It can really make a big difference to the effectiveness of your town in general. Okay, so apart from all of this, we do have the ability to have a ferry, which is going to transport designated items. The merchant ship arrives periodically, and you can exchange items with them if you want to. And then you also have services here, as I've just said. I've just built the church from this, and we're going to build a clinic as well. I do need to build a clinic. A clinic's going to be very important for health. I'm going to build one of those. Clinics can treat diseases and plagues. There is no guarantee of stable health until a clinic is built. So obviously we want to do that as fast as possible. Now we're going to build winter squash. Well, not build, but we're going to grow winter squash. And hopefully it's going to be okay by the time we get around to winter. And click the building to close it. Yeah, okay. So we can close this one if we want to. Personally, I don't know. I don't really want to stop this, to be honest, and I don't really want to stop this, to be honest. Well, I guess they're just teaching me how to play, I guess. I mean, I've already done the tutorial technically. Ah, there we go. It says you can build a big well. Well, I've already done that. Thank you very much. So let's just get the coins for that. And we also have 1 development point available now. So now what I can do is I can do things like I can unlock a soap workshop. Soap increases health. So if I want to, I can go for something like that. Or I can get a sawmill, which is going to allow us to have more efficiency making domestic fuel than the sawmill itself. So that's a sawmill that is powered by water rather than powered by, well, fire, I guess, or something along those lines, or manpower maybe. Maybe it's that. Then of course you have education, so school expansion or research institute. You have a warehouse, you have baskets, small marketplace and things like that, and you can activate all of these various things and then gather more research and technology. And it seems to me like I'm gonna have to build more houses. These guys actually need more houses, so I'm gonna build some more. Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna build 3 more. And I've already built a logging house, and I've already built a gathering station, a hunting cabin, a sawmill, and build 7 houses. Oh, okay, well there you go. I've just built a couple of extra houses, so that's pretty nice. We are going to need more of those, apparently. And we should probably build some more, probably get some more trees, eh? Probably get some more trees. Let's just get a bunch from here. Why not? And what I really like, actually, is the fact that you can see what kind of resources you have very easily just by looking at the warehouse. Obviously, this is very nicely displayed up in the top left as well, so you can basically see every single piece of resource that you have. As you can see, we're running very low on stone, so it might make sense for me to just go and collect some stone in and around the area here and there and just try and gather as much up as possible, as that is probably going to be useful for a variety of reasons. And there you go, the citizens' happiness has been increased, and that's hopefully going to help us out quite a bit. And then we do have the health levels as well. Bear in mind that that directly influences how effective your citizens are. So we do need to be a little bit cautious of that. There we go. Alright, so not too bad. That's now done. Fantastic. So there we go. Now we have a doctor. Ah. Ooh, interesting. Oh, look at that. Disease research. Okay, we should probably do that, eh? Yes, we should probably do that. Let me just slow the game down a little bit here. Okay, so education and research institute. Medical research. No, we want medical research. There we go. Yes. Let's research that. And then we're going to research that as well. Because I don't want my people dying from cholera or, well, measles. I guess they could die from measles. I'm not entirely sure on that. Not entirely sure on the history of all that. But I just don't want anything bad happening to these guys. I want to protect them as much as I possibly can. So let's see what happens with that. And otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to collect some ore. I believe that is iron ore right there. I think it is. And we are already collecting a whole bunch. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to be able to get these houses up and running. So I'm going to go back to 10 times speed. And then hopefully that's going to make a big difference for us. Let's just continue collecting things there. I'm actually wondering whether I should go for a tunnel or whether I can just rely on my guys to go around it rather than go through. But we do need those houses. As you can see, a number of people are still homeless, which is really bad. That is super, super bad. Okay, so we have a lot of these. So we're going to go for domestic fuel right there. And they are going to be... yeah, these are both enabled. Tree felling and tree planting is enabled. That's fantastic. But yes, we want to turn timber into domestic fuel. That's going to be extremely important for the winter months. And winter is coming. As you can see, I am literally in month 9 right now. And that might be a little bit problematic. So let's get us a little bit more storage space up and running. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some dirt roads as well. There we go. Just a couple of dirt roads. Just in relatively easy places so that it's easy enough for my guys to go wherever they want to go. And all warehouses have reached capacity. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. I've just expanded that right now. So no need to worry about that, sir. Thank you very much. Ah yes, a repair shop. We do need to get a repair shop. There's the repair shop. Let's get one of those up and running. And we should build a dirt road roundabout here. And probably all the way down here to the field. And we got some alpacas or something. That's actually kind of hilarious. Okay, so let's get another road around about here and connect that over there. There we go. All right, fantastic. That's looking pretty nice. Obviously, you have to wait for your villagers to actually connect the roads and everything. So it's me just outlining this right now. It's not actually built. You can see that, it's just an outline right here. And we should go for another one around about there. And we can connect that like so. Okay, fantastic. That's looking pretty nice. And as you can see, this okay, we're going to need much more. We're going to need much more. Let's build another warehouse somewhere like here, I guess. I mean, it's you can see this warehouse on the left that I just expanded is already full. Yeah, it's because of all the mining that we're doing over there. We're literally collecting so much stuff right now. It's pretty crazy. Okay, let's get some more dirt roads up and running then, shall we? Let's make the dirt road go all the way over here, because they are going crazy in getting all of that ore, which is really nice. There's the repair shop up and running. The church is up and running as well. The clinic's up and running. That's great. And build one distillery. Ah, yes, we need to get a distillery, of course. So let's actually do one of those. Let's put it... I'm actually not sure where to put it. I'd like to put it round about here. Technically, what you would want to do, I think if I would start again, what I'd do is I would sort out my roads before anything else. Because if you make your roads into a certain formation or a certain way, you can actually make it so much more effective. Or at least in my opinion, you can make it more effective. Alright, so I'm just going to pause these things because this is the quiet season right now. I'm going to pause these because we're in winter, technically, right now. So I'm going to wait until we get through to spring or something like that. And then hopefully we're going to be okay. Oh, fuel reserves are low. That's not particularly good. That is not particularly good at all. Okay, we might have a couple of issues there. We have 64. That is not enough, in my opinion. That is not enough. If I end up dying, then I will blame none other than myself. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of raw materials. I mean, timber is not... I don't have that much, actually. I don't have that much. Let's just do a little bit more felling of the trees around here. A little bit more around here. There's the distillery. The distillery is built. We need to choose its production as well. So I do have a couple of agave tequila... And I do have some potatoes as well, so I could generally make it out of whatever. So I guess I'll do it out of potatoes, I guess. Let's do that, and there we have it. New development point is now available, so I should probably slow the game down a little bit and then see what I want to go for. So what about a stone pit? This is used to produce stone, demolishing the debris, wait a minute. Demolishing the debris? No. Demolishing the building will leave behind debris. Okay, yeah. I guess I'll go for a stone pit, why not? And also sand mining. Harvest sand and clay by the river. Oh, that might be kind of useful. This is also very useful, so let's activate that too. Can I do that? No, I don't have enough development points to be able to do that, actually, hilariously enough. So I have a stone pit now available, technically, and now I think we should be able to start production again on these fields. Or at least soon. Soon we will be able to do that. Output limit has already been reached? Really? Did we already make 200 spirits? Yes, we have. Wow, that was extremely fast. What? How were we able to do that so quickly? I have no idea, but that was really, really fast. And as you can see, someone has been injured right there. So thankfully, Elvis, who just so happens to be our doctor, that is hilarious in itself, is now ready. Oh, this is a massive building. What? This is an absolutely insanely large building. Okay, let's build it around about here then, I guess. This seems... actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's build it around about here, I think. That's probably going to be a bit better, isn't it? Because here is where we're doing all the forestry and the logging and things like that, and then here is where we'll do all the stone and stuff. You can upgrade it to an unlimited quarry in town development. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, so mining. So where's the unlimited quarry right here? Ah, there. Jade House, exploitation technology. Oh, wow. Yeah, you could do a wide variety of different stuff. Even look at this. You can even mint things as well, which smelt silver into convenient silver coins. That's pretty amazing. And you can also dig rivers as well, as you can see right there. That's basically the terraforming that I told you about earlier. So you can literally unlock that. And then you can just have a great time Absolutely fantastic. Exploration technology. Unlock the mine and the open mine. The possibility of accidental deaths of miners decreases. Oh, that's pretty good. Ah, that would actually be kind of useful. That would be kind of useful. Might be an idea. Might be an idea. Okay. Well, whatever the case, I'm pretty happy with how things are going so far, and I'm just going to continue just increasing the workshop, increasing the warehouse and its space. Something like that. It's probably pretty good. So far, so good. Not too bad. And it seems like we are now doing okay in terms of health and doing better in terms of happiness as well. So I'm very happy about that. Now, we should probably get some more houses, eh? I think it would probably be a good idea to get some more houses. So let's see what I can do about that. Let's build some more houses around about here. And maybe about here as well. And then we'll just extend the road a little bit. There we go. And I'm just going to make it so that the road is a little bit wider, so that these guys can use it in the way that they want to. There we have it. Okay. So, yeah, that is basically what settlement survival is all about. And, of course, you just try to survive as best you can. You try to increase the ability for your town to try and work together, to try to increase the amount of recuperation or regeneration that nature has as well. Because if you think about it, I'm really deforesting this area very quickly indeed, and so you have to be very aware of that fact, and you have to be a little bit more careful about how you harvest trees all the time, because obviously I'm harvesting trees almost, well, a lot. I'm harvesting them a lot, so I should probably do something about that. So what about if I do another logging camp, for example? So if I get another logging camp, maybe that's going to be pretty good. So if I do that, maybe I'll build one round about here. Maybe something like this. And then I build a, we should probably build a well nearby to here as well. Let's get a, yes, as well. Hilarious. Okay, yes. Apart from that, we should probably do this. The sawmill should probably also go nearby to it. There we go. And let's get a nice little road. And there you go. Okay, so there's the road, and there's the well. We can probably just leave that where it is. And I haven't actually shown you the the tunnel building, right? So I should probably do that. So let's have a look. Wait a minute, where is that? There's a bunch of decorations as well, by the way, but it also does other things, like it provides light at night and stuff like that. So, for example, street lights. If I build one around about here, and I build one here, and so on, and so on, and so on, then I'm basically going to be able to illuminate the town at night, which is really, really cool, in my opinion. It is going to take a lot of ore to be able to do that, but I have 803 ore, which is pretty impressive as it is. Let's get a blacksmith up and running as well, because a blacksmith is very useful for getting tools. And I think tools are going to be pretty important for us. So let's build one around about here, I guess. And there you go. The blacksmith has activating upgrades that can lead to the production of advanced tools. The work efficiency of citizens who work without tools is significantly reduced. I probably should have done that beforehand, shouldn't I? Yes. Let's just increase the production of this building, and then we'll see what we can do. Can we actually get some more houses up and running over here, guys? I would much appreciate that. Can I get another road? Yeah, that's not where I wanted the road actually, but I guess like this, something like that would probably be pretty good, because I want them to be connected to the other neighborhood over here. Lack of tools. Okay, yeah, well, we need to do something about that. Okay, yeah, so potatoes, we don't have any more of that, so I'm actually going to be building some spirits out of tequila now. Wait a minute. What? No, I don't want that. I want this. Is it doing the right thing, or is it just reverse engineering them now? Hopefully it's not reverse engineering them. Okay, yeah, so the blacksmith's going to be hopefully done relatively soon. What's going on here, though? Someone needs an amputation or something? I mean, that's what that little saw icon means, isn't it? I hope not. in the best of times. But yeah, you can actually click on this little window right here, which basically tells you exactly what kind of citizens you have and what they're capable of doing and what they are currently doing, which is really quite nice, because that means that you can increase the amount or reduce the amount and so on and so forth. So it really does make a big difference. And yeah, we have not many spirits actually right now. Oh, we do. We have 226. I don't think we really need to build much more, to be honest. Oh well. Okay, so apart from that... Oh yeah, there's a bridge. Ah yes. Okay, so a bridge is going to be pretty important in general, because you're going to be able to expand your city to wherever it needs or wants to go. So let's actually build a bridge, just so I can show you what it's all about. There's the bridge. There we go. Super, super easy to build. And it's time for the autumn harvest as well. Alright, so what about some additional fields here? Because I'd actually like to get some... I wouldn't mind getting some orchards, potentially. Or maybe a fishing boat? Fishing boat might be quite fun. An artificial fish pond with a higher and more stable yield than a fishing boat can be built on land. That sounds pretty fun, but I'm going to need... What is that yellow stuff right there? Is that sand? I assume that is sand of some kind, right? I'm actually not entirely sure. Yes, gold sand or regular sand is what I need. So I need to unlock that technology, because I do have the ability to unlock that. I believe that is within here. So yes, sand mining. And that unlocks the sand pit, which is probably something that I really do want to build. So let's do that around about here, I guess, if I can actually fit it in. This is not going to... Ah, it needs to be in the water. Yes. Yes, indeed. It needs to be in the water. Okay, so probably somewhere around here then. That is perfect. Fantastic. That's a perfect place for it to go. And we should probably get another warehouse space. Let's build another warehouse space around about there. Because we don't want them traveling all the way over there, do we? That's a little bit too much. Let's build some different... Ooh, oats can be used for the brewery. Fantastic. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, well, I don't really care about that too much. I would like to continue building tomatoes. So I'm thinking what we'll probably do is maybe go for an orchard or a regular field. So if I do another field here, I can probably do something like an 8x8 field myself. And then I can select what they are going to build in just a second, or at least I hope I will be able to do that. What else do we have going on here? I have a lot of iron ore. I've got decent stone. Timber is looking pretty decent as well. And you know what? I'm actually getting super carried away with this right now. Oh, look at this. Wait a minute. We've got some tools. I'd like iron tools, to be honest. I think iron tools are much better than stone tools. So I'd like to get iron tools. And hopefully that's going to help our efficiency a great deal. It seems like... Wait a minute. What does this mean? Without tools. Okay. Yeah, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. My blacksmith is on it. He is building tools. Yes, he is building tools very nicely indeed. Shouldn't be too bad at all. And now we have the ability to choose something here. I'm actually going to probably go for linen in my other field, because that's going to provide us with the ability to create clothes. And clothes are just going to be so incredibly useful. Yeah, and as you can see, it's now telling me about the tailor's workshop. So that is something that I also want to get up and running too. So let's build one roundabout here next to the, well, next to the linen little field right there. So that's going to make a big difference. The number of products produced by the tailor's shop is related to the population, so you should adjust the limit in response to population changes. So once this is done, I shouldn't leave it at 200 or whatever. I should make it probably about 50, maybe 75 or something like that. And look at that, we've had some births. Fantastic. Our population is increasing. That's pretty fun. I can't wait to see what happens as our population increases even further. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. If you'd like to check out Settlement Survival and indeed download the demo or add it to your Steam wishlist, then there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.